Hey guys, how are you? We're doing another scouting vid, and the last one, if you haven't seen the last one, I'll leave a link for it right up here. But we're on the south end of this property, and today we are wanting to be, we're on the north end of the property, and hopefully this isn't loud. So we're going to go ahead and take this up, and then we're on the north end of the property. I want to see what the corn looks like on the north end of the property, and see if there's any lay down, see if there's any deer. For one, it's actually relatively good time for this. So we've got two sections. We're going to do this section first, and we're going to walk around and do another field on the north end before the power lines. We're going to go ahead and fly it up and go check out the far end of this field. So there's some more lay down from the deer. That's quite a bit. So we can see that there's plenty of activity on this corner.
Does that open up in there?
Yep, these are all trees. Oh, is it open? That's where the deer have flattened out the
Well, no, I'm talking behind the corner.
Oh yeah, that's all trees, just like these here. Gotcha. So there's trees right in front of us. And I'm curious, there's a path. That's interesting. See what kind of lay down and whatnot is in here. So this is all trees that have been planted. Which is fine by me. There's a tree line, and then there's another field. So I am roughly 86 feet up. So I'm going to run this up to about 150. I'm going to peek over the top. And there's more trees on the other side. So let's run over and take a look. Actually, this entire field was done in trees.
Really?
Wow, this used to be corn. All this used to be corn the last time I was out here. So that is an amazing change of events for this area. I have been coming out here for 15 years, and this has always been corn or beans. Wow, awesome. Absolutely awesome. So let's get over there. Let's fly over it. Let's dip down in there. So this is all new for us. It's really, actually for me, I don't know if it is for Austin's with me today. I think that's pretty exciting. Because that's going to make some excellent shots and shot placement. There's oaks, there's maples, there's ash. So you can still see this cornfield right out there. This is actually where we're sitting. Is on the far end, right in this, about right in the center of your screen, just on the other side of that far right tree range or tree line. So let's bring it back. About 133 foot up, 135. So this is an interesting new development. Looks like they're replacing the cornfields with trees.
Great.
Which isn't going to hurt my feelings any.
Well, no, but it's going to take 10 years for them to grow.
Sure. Austin's right. He says it's going to take about 10 years for these to grow. You're right. But
perfect. I'll be 30, still using the same hunting ground.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this back here, and we're actually going to walk over and take a look at the trees as a whole. So right down here is us, right in the center of your screen. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop her down. So we're into the second section, kind of looking around where these trees are all planted. And right here we're kind of in the middle of the field. There's a lot of trees here. Obviously the river bottom and the hunting ground itself And like what we're noticing, what are you seeing?
I'm just trying to figure out where our normal spot is.
It's right over there.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think of all this?
I don't know.
Don't move. There's deer right there. I almost froze my hand. I almost didn't get that. Okay, so you were saying?
No. There's deer in here.
There's lots of deer. I hope you guys could actually see that. I really do. If not, I'll see if I can magnify that. But there's lots. Dude, that's our first deer of the year.
I know.
All right, so we're gonna walk this way. Because it was a doe and a yearling doe. And that's exactly what we're hoping to find. Now, like I said in the last video, if you haven't seen the last video, go check it out. This is a nursery for the does, which is great for us because where there's does, there's bucks. So we're gonna walk through the rest of this section just to kind of check it out. Look for some sign, see if there's any sign for buck yet. And we'll bring you along with us. So stay tuned. So what we just kind of stumbled on, this is the stuff you actually want to see. So this is like a low-hanging branch. That's like a scent branch for the deer. The skeeters are getting bad. But the reason why I even noticed that is because down below, they're starting to actually kind of paw at it or hoof at it and tear it up a little bit. So they come up here, they lick. I'm not touching that, but they'll lick and they'll kind of start marking it. This is going to be a rub. When we look back here, and there's a really nice trail that runs back, and Austin and I actually hunt a lot straight back in there. So the combination of this all being open, that tree line now becomes like a highway for them coming from the corn. They're going to come along here and they're going to dip. They're going to dip right into this area here. So we're going to keep walking along and seeing what else we can see, if we find any more lick branches, any more beginning of rubs, because the young bucks are actually going to start doing that a lot right now. They're trying to assert their dominance like this guy would, but they're going to start trying to assert their dominance, and then the bigger bucks will come in here and clean them up and kick them out of here. So we see that a ton. Every single year the big bucks will kick the little guys out of the areas. So there's another, you see another pads running in there. So stay tuned, we'll be back with you. So Austin and I are walking along. We saw a bit of a scrape here. This is an old scrape. And then Austin just noticed the huge amount of undergrowth that's been just chopped, just nothing left of it, no leaves, no nothing left. Deer have just coming in and eating everything. There's a ton of tracks. There's a trail that runs in there. There's trails that run off into the timber underneath there. There's a toad. What are you doing there, buddy? Keep going there, G. He's got her in 4-wheel drive. He'll get out. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what we've been looking for this the whole time. We've seen a couple of them, but nothing near as pronounced. You know, this is another rub branch. So they get that scent gland on their face, and they're going to go ahead and rub that, and then they're going to sit there and paw and scratch. These are all scratches. So these young bucks are in here. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing at this young age. Then they're just walking straight back to go across the marshland, which I'm about to show you on the drone. So this is the corner of this field. As interesting as it doesn't seem to be, it actually is very, very, very intriguing for us. Because now we have placement for a ground blind. And probably the best place, if we can get away with it, if we don't get beat, is going to be right there in that corner for a ground blind. getting getting it set out there where we can shoot ahead of us, because there's a path. That smell is horrible. Did you? Mm-mm. So there's a cut through right over here, and then they'll come right along here, or they'll cut across here to go to that scrape.
I want to get a ground blind out here now.
So, oh, what is that? What are you? Oh, hello. What is there's another one. Another great spot for a ground blind, or even a ground sit. It would be right there.
We got this one here. We got that right there that goes in.
We can see the deer for a long ways off here. Mm-hmm. Everything's changed out here in the last.
The game has definitely changed a bit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the drone up real quick before it gets too dark. I'm gonna fly it up over these trees, that direction, and behind us, this direction as well. Just kind of get an idea of what this whole corner looks like. We understand what is going on over there, and it's really thick trees. It's got good lanes inside of those trees, good canopy, so we're going to be able to shoot in there easily. It's just placement is going to be key. But out here, this is the type of stuff we've been wanting to hunt, is this open stuff. Or as soon as the beans come out of here, we always wanted to come back here, but nothing's ever moving by that point.
It's never been available to us.
So now we have an opportunity. What do you think, man?
I'm all jacked up for deer season this year.
Right on. Let me throw that drone up and I'll show you what that looks like. There we go. Up we go. I'm gonna go ahead and send her up there quite a ways. I'm gonna check the wind. The wind is a little bit stronger right now. Okay, Junior just got smashed by a skeeter. He's got to have two hands apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
So what you're looking at here is one of those waterways that the old riverbed used to sit in, and they can see it. You know that, right?
It's for you, not for them, Bork.
So anyway, that's an old waterway, and I'm going to kind of zoom over. I'm at 175 feet. I'm going to run her up a little bit higher. I'm going to run it over that just a little bit. I'm going to take a look at the trails, just like I did in the last video. We can see there's absolutely a ton of trail here coming right to where we're standing. Just an immense amount. So they're really using that. Oh, and that looks like a wood duck. Or wood duck hut. A lot of, look at all those. Can you see those trails, buddy? That's insane. So we got, looks like some water down at the end. There's a crossover down there. It's cornfield. That is an old stink tank. We're getting our butts kicked by skeeters, so this won't last very long, guys. I promise you.
They're getting worse by the minute.
Yep, they are, because we're sweating and making messes of things. So that's the crossover. That's a stink tank. But again, this whole area is huge, and you guys can see the field. Top left of your screen was the field, one of the fields that I was standing next to in the last video, on the other side of the power lines. So we're going to bring that back. Try not to, I don't really want to get too low here because I don't want to spook anything. But we are going to do a quick flyover of this area again. So I'm going to bump this up to speed zone, and we're going to rip. And we're going to get over where we saw those deer just a few minutes ago. Take a look here. Make sure I have good signal. So far so good. Oh, that was a good skeeter. Can't see that thing at all right now. Oh, there it is. We'll take a look at this field we haven't looked at yet, and right about there in the middle, whoa, sorry about that, guys, right in the middle of your screen is where those deer would have came out of just a few minutes ago. Yeah. Thank you. You see it there? That's where they would We probably pushed them out of this area, Austin. There's lots of room for these deer just to do whatever they want. And again, there's the river. So this whole area, this is the north end, again, of where we like to hunt. I'll bring it on around here, and we'll bring it on back. So if you guys are liking the content, if you like these types of things, the scouting videos, let me know. Leave me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, let me know that too. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this bad girl down. See if I can bring her down anyway. Whee! And with that, we'll bring her right up to us. As long as I don't get a skeeter in my eyeball. And we're gonna say thank you for watching. Appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys later.